Good evening. At approximately 14:39 hours earlier today, the Albuquerque Emergency Communications Center received a phone call from an individual who stated that he was going through a mental health crisis. He was armed with a firearm and that he was needing help. Albuquerque Police Department officers responded to the scene and negotiated with him for quite a period of time. The individual at one point in time had exited a vehicle and was walking around. At one point in time, officers indicated that the subject pointed the firearm at them, and at least two officers discharged their firearms. The individual was believed to have been struck. He then re-entered his vehicle, and the individual sped off. Another what appears to be gunshot can be heard, and we're working to determine if the individual had a self-inflicted gunshot wound and died from that self-inflicted gunshot wound. So we still have a lot of investigation to look into, a lot of video to go through. We will be giving a further update later, but I think it is important to note that this individual has been responded to several times by the Albuquerque Police Department for threats of suicide by cop. In October, this individual was involved in an incident where he led officers throughout the city armed with a firearm. This led to him being taken into custody outside of city limits. The red flag law was implemented on this individual, and several firearms were taken from the individual and put into safekeeping. We'll be trying to investigate to see where he came into possession with another firearm and how he was able to get that firearm, or if it just wasn't come across the first time. Like I stated, there was a history. I know that this individual did have in possession of firearm, and early indications are that this individual pointed the firearm at officers before they used deadly force. That's all we have for right now. Does anybody have any questions?
Where exactly did the shooting take place?
The shooting started in the parking lot of the apartment, and as you could hear some kind of noise that appears to be a second gunshot while he was in the vehicle. Soon after that, the vehicle accelerated very rapidly, headed east through the apartment complex, and ended up hitting a retaining wall and almost going over into the Smith's parking lot where the vehicle is situated at this point in time. That's where the individual was found deceased. Anything else? Yes.
You said the red flag law was previously enacted. Just to confirm, you said that was in October of last year?
In October of last year, he had contact with law enforcement. A law enforcement agency did go through the process of the red flag law, and numerous, I was told, but we have to verify that 9 or 10 firearms were removed from this individual at that time. But we have other history with this individual within the department other than that, where we've come into contact with him, armed, threatening suicide by cop.
And those firearms were never returned to him?
Which, too early for us to tell. It doesn't appear they were returned to him, and that's why we'll be looking to see if we could get a trace on where this firearm came from.
Thank you. Were officers being placed on administrative leave?
Officers, as standard, will be placed on administrative leave for a period of time until we can bring them back to work, and we make sure that their mental health is also looked at during this time.
You mentioned at least two. Do you have a more particular number?
We know at least 2 officers fired their firearms.
And then just to clarify, are you still trying to figure out if the person shot themselves while they were in the vehicle?
We're still trying to figure that out. It's just we need more time to investigate to see if this individual passed from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Still too early in the investigation. We hope to have an update in the near future.
Do you know what kind of firearm it was?
I don't know. I do know that they stated it was some kind of long gun, possibly a rifle or a shotgun.
Do you know if the person lived in the apartments?
Yes, the individual did live in the apartments. And I think they had past dealings with him at this apartment complex.
And how long did officers negotiate with him?
The call came in at 14:39. Officers were on scene by just, I believe, just after 1500 hours. And I don't think shots were fired till sometime after 15:30ish, but we'll have to verify all that information. But it was a period of time, about an hour, I'm being told. All right, thank you. Have a good evening.